Well, lots is happening, and Friday is always a bombshell day, so let's take a look at some of the top news bites this week. The first one is that all kinds of photos and video of President Trump with Epstein and young girls are circulating on social media. They are clearly AI generated, and YouTube suppressed my video exposing them, so that tells you something. President Trump authorized the deployment of up to 1,700 National Guard troops across 19 states, including Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, and Texas, to support immigration enforcement and crime reduction efforts from late August through mid-November 2025. Personally, living in Florida, that's fine with me because they'll be here till the end of hurricane season, ensuring a quick response if needed. For those with suspicious minds, could this movement of troops moving into place be the calm before the storm? Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook is under investigation for mortgage fraud, specifically from the Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte. The claims allege that Cook falsified documents in 2021 before joining the Fed by designating two properties in different states, both as her primary residence to get better loan terms, potentially committing occupancy fraud. Pulte referred the matter to the Justice Department for investigation, and President Trump demanded Cook's resignation, threatening to fire her if she doesn't comply. So now we have two high-level Federal Reserve officials that appear to be in hot water. Kash Patel, FBI director, confirmed that they found a locked room in the FBI's Hoover building with 7 so-called burn bags and hard drives with material on Russiagate. Evidence on people like Lisa Page, Peter Strzok, James Comey, and Andrew McCabe was apparently contained in this newly discovered evidence. Then, Adam Schiff has found himself in the Schiff house when allegations that he leaked classified information to the media trying to sabotage President Trump has surfaced. Schiff is a Democratic senator from California, the one with the bug eyes and the cold stare. He is the former chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, and he allegedly authorized the leaking of classified information in 2017 to discredit Donald Trump during the Russia collusion investigation, also known as Russiagate. The whistleblower remains anonymous for safety reasons, but is a Democratic whistleblower and longtime intelligence staffer. The details are contained in newly declassified FBI documents released by FBI Director Kash Patel. The whistleblower also implicated Representative Eric Swalwell, another Democrat from California who was famously sleeping with a Chinese spy, as a likely source of leaks, noting Swalwell's reputation for leaking classified information. The whistleblower reported the allegations to the FBI, which conducted multiple interviews, and the Department of Justice was informed but reportedly declined to pursue prosecution. That tells us that we still have some cleaning to do in the DOJ. But the lineup of potential arrests is looking good. We're finally starting to hear about some notable crooks, but they still aren't the big fish, which they are warming us up for. Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia, the Salvadoran illegal MS-13 gang member, Father of the Year, who was deported to El Salvador, is back out of jail after being brought back to the country and then arrested in Tennessee for human smuggling charges. So now he's been released, and ICE sent his lawyer an email that he'll be rearrested in no less than 72 hours to await trial in Maryland, but that he's also facing deportation to Uganda after rejecting a plea deal involving deportation to Costa Rica. Heck, I would have picked Costa Rica. Friday morning at 7 a.m., FBI agents raided the Bethesda, Maryland, home in Washington, D.C. office of John Bolton, former National Security Advisor to President Trump, as part of a national security investigation into the handling of classified records. The raid was ordered by Director Kash Patel and based on intelligence from CIA Director John Ratcliffe. This one is definitely a power move against the dark ones. I mean, this guy thought he was president or something to remove classified documents from a SCIF. Democrat New Orleans DEI Mayor LaToya Cantrell has been indicted by a federal grand jury after an FBI corruption probe. She's accused of repeatedly accepting bribes, including New Orleans Saints tickets from a city inspector in exchange for ignoring misconduct. From top to bottom, they are draining the swamp. John Deere, GE, Ford, and AbbVie announced billions in investment in American manufacturing jobs. The conversation has been successfully changed to bring home thousands of good-paying manufacturing jobs. DOJ investigations confirm that the USAID did indeed give Chelsea Clinton a grant of $82 million through the Clinton Global Initiative, $3 million of which were spent on her wedding and another $11 million on a mansion. This is only one NGO that got USAID grants. Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island approved funding that sent $14.2 million in federal grants to Ocean Conservancy, an NGO receiving USAID funds. Here's the rub. His wife, Sandra Whitehouse, a senior policy advisor since 2008, got approximately $2.6 to $2.7 million of that aid since 2010, either directly by the NGO Ocean Conservancy or through Ocean Wonks LLC, according to tax documents. Just another example of the NGO scams. On August 21st, a New York appeals court overturned a $527 million civil fraud penalty against President Donald Trump, ruling it excessive and in violation of the Eighth Amendment. Incidentally, this case was prosecuted by New York Attorney General Letitia James, who coincidentally is being prosecuted for mortgage fraud, which can be quite serious. When the Enron case went down, they used mortgage fraud prosecutions to take down many high-level executives. The Mexican Border Defense Medal was announced by Secretary Pete Hegseth yesterday for troops deployed to the U.S.-Mexico border. Personally, I'm good with this. A little token to acknowledge our appreciation for those fighting some of the most depraved and heartless people that we have ever seen. The fentanyl dealers, the traffickers, and the organ harvesters. U.S. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard made quite a stunning announcement. She said that the U.S. intelligence community has been infiltrated by deep state actors, busy with inserting their own partisan political opinions and views into intel products and effectively working against the American people. All I can say is, every day and in every way, it's becoming more and more clear that Trump was right about everything. So keep the faith, guys.